What's up, dudes? I thought I'd update you on my watching of Breaking Bad and how that's coming along. And I figured what better place to do it than once again in my sitting in my room that has nothing on the walls with my terrible looking blinds. It looks like a place people would do meth. What better way to start out talking about a show about people who do meth than in a place that, I mean, the rest. Well, I guess if I turn the camera around, it's not going to paint a much better picture. Not that my room is terrible, but it's definitely not. Forget it. Forget I even mentioned my room. So, for those of you, I'm wearing a Tom and Dan shirt. I don't know if you can see that. Um, for those of you who are in Orlando or the Central Florida area, I'm going to be on a corporate time with Tom and Dan, which airs on Wednesday, I think. I'm not certain the exact time. For the rest of you, I'm certain you can find it somewhere on the internet after Wednesday when it airs. I've done their show in the past, so you can find me on their other shows. Those dudes have been really good to me. At any rate, so I'm on season 2. I'm in the middle of episode 7. I'm about halfway through with season 2, and the things that have changed is that you can see that Walter is becoming. He's very comfortable with lying at this point, and Is my glasses? Yeah, my glasses are all kinds of dirty. Hold on. All right. So, continue on. Yeah, Walter is very. He's very fun. He's okay with lying. It's very comfortable to him at this point. He's becoming a bit more ruthless. He has very little compassion for anyone else. he is he's lying to his wife about what's going on by holding the truth from her. She's very well aware something else is going on. He was fine with her even thinking it was an affair for a little while, until he just told her, I'm not having an affair, but he's not willing to tell her what's going on, which is driving her mad. Which I'm certain is all but amplified because she's pregnant on hormones and whatnot. Not on hormones, she's pregnant. The pregnant ladies have crazy hormones, which, as far as I can tell, hormones are just a fancy word for making you crazy. Um, uh, that's, that's just gonna anger pregnant women. But anyway, or women in general. Um, so, um, yeah. At any rate, so someone in one of the episodes, uh, someone ripped off Jesse, and Walter gave him a gun and was like, "You need to go take care of this." And when Jesse showed up to their house, it was like a crazy hoarder house situation. The place was insane, and there was a kid there. So Jesse has clearly far more of a conscience than Walter at this point. So he wasn't willing to do much while the kid was there. He put the kid in the room. Parents came home, held him up at gunpoint, and tried to get them to give him back what they stole from his guy. And of course they didn't have it because they're, crazy meth heads. Like, they're covered in sores. That's one thing that I kind of like about this show is they're not glorifying meth use. Like, they're not like, yeah, this is amazing. It's like they're not going, you should do this, and it's still graphic and terrible. But yeah, so you find out they don't have anything other than they reveal to him that they have an ATM in the backyard that they stole from somewhere. And this is like the 7th ATM these guys have stolen and haven't been able to break open. So they spend an entire episode trying to break it open, and the guy is underneath it. They have it tilted up. The guy's underneath it trying to break through the bottom because he's convinced the bottom is going to be easier to break through and not as heavily guarded as the rest of it. And he insults his meth head wife, and she dumps the ATM machine on the guy's head. Oh, they had like knocked out Jesse when he wasn't looking, so he doesn't have, like, he's lying on the ground when this whole thing happens. He jumps up, and the woman, like, is just out of her mind on meth, so she falls down on the couch and goes to sleep. And the ATM machine just magically pops open and money falls out everywhere. So Jesse grabs all the money, which is way more than they owed him, but whatever. I mean, I guess he could have left it for them, but he called the cops, so the cops are going to show up. The cops would have confiscated whatever money they found from the ATM anyway, so whatever. I assume he did that because he wanted to get the kid into, foster care or something out of that home. Like, those people weren't capable of caring for that kid at all. Yeah, that's about where I am now. The word on the street is that Jesse's the one who crushed the guy's head with the ATM machine, so everyone on the street is afraid of him, which means that no one's trying to rob him or withhold money, and Walter thinks this is the greatest thing ever, whereas Jesse doesn't want to come out of his room, just wants to smoke weed all day and try to forget about the horrors that he saw. And Walter loves this newfound terror. So it's interesting. I mean, I know he eventually becomes a crazy kingpin guy. I know at some point he does I don't know the speech, but I know at some point he does the "I'm the one who knocks" speech, which I think he's talking to his wife. I don't know. I've just heard about it from everyone because that was such a pivotal moment, I guess. That's the only spoiler I know. That and that Bill Burr is in the show somewhere, so I'm excited about that. At any rate, I just wanted to give you guys a quick update. I gotta head to the Panhandle of Florida. If you don't know, I'm in Orlando, so it's about a 7-hour drive. And then I gotta do a show and then drive back. 6 or 7, I don't know, with stops. So I got a 10 o'clock show tonight. I think it's in a different time zone. Might not be. Either way, it's gonna be a long day. Because I was stupid enough to accept this gig and they're not giving me a hotel room. So I'm going to drive up there, do the gig, and drive back, or eventually stop and try to find a hotel room. I don't know. I should not have accepted this gig. But whatever. Should be fun. We'll see. So at any rate, I hope you guys dig it. Give the video a like. Subscribe if you want to. Whatever. Let me know if you guys. I saw someone else comment on the previous one. Are you guys watching Breaking Bad for the first time yourself, or is it just interesting to see someone else who's watching it for the first time? It's been an interesting journey thus far. I didn't get to watch as much as I would have wanted the last couple days, but I had a bunch of stuff going on. Well, there you have it, Breaking Bad. Halfway through season 2. And I'll update you guys probably in another day or 2. No. Chat with you later.